My hope is anyone I work with walks away feeling like that was a cool experience. There's a lot of shapers out there that never meet their customers. I love working with my customers. You know, I love seeing people ride my boards in the water, and I'll paddle up to them and say, hey, like, remember when we met a year ago and I sold you that board? I love being part of that experience. What makes me most stoked is selling a board to somebody and seeing them light up because they, you know, got the shape they want or the look that they want, and they're excited to wax it up, go home and get it in the water. I want to build boards that I want to surf and that my friends can surf, and I've been in this world since I was a kid. I grew up working at Rip Curl when I was 13, and my parents were like, hey, if you want anything, like, you got to pay for it. You know, it's nothing comes free. And so I didn't make a lot of money, but pretty much everything I made went to surf stuff. My love for surfing started probably around 7th or 8th grade, and it's evolved over the years. I went to Hawaii and was living out on the North Shore of Oahu, and when I was dating my wife, we didn't have any money, and I really wanted to build her a surfboard. Everything was too expensive. I just thought, you know, I could probably figure out how to build a board. Driving down to Waipahu, I had wanted to buy a board from Mr. Toots, Arthur and Chinges. He's this cool Filipino dude who makes really cool boards, and I'd wanted to buy one from him, and he's like, hey, you know, if this is too expensive, I could just show you how to do it. And that's kind of where the idea started, and he walked me through how to build a longboard, and you know, he just asked that I bring beer every Saturday or whatever day I was, you know, going down to watch him and his guys in his factory work on boards, and I just finally figured out how to, you know, order a blank and make it happen. So that's what I was doing. For a long while, I started building boards, and then it slowly evolved where friends and family were reaching out, hey, can you build me a shortboard? Can you make me a mid-length? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I've never built one, but if you give me an idea of what you want, then I'll see. When I first started building boards in Hawaii, everything back then was just like, hey, how can I build this thing bulletproof? And the standard layups on a longboard is like a 6'4" deck and a 6-ounce bottom, and I was doing double 6 on both sides with 6-ounce patches. It was hard to glass. It's still how I do my boards today. When it comes to short boards, I've experimented with everything. If you look on any of the boards in my shop, they all have the weight on them. The goal for me is that my boards are on the used marketplaces for years. You know, I want these boards to last. I want people to feel like I didn't just pick up the lightest Lost or Channel Islands board and it broke on me and dented in 2 seconds when I pressed on it. You know, all my boards are built that way with that in mind. I want quality to come first. It's not the most important thing for me to make every board the cheapest on my end. I put extra money into things that on my builds to ensure that they're built properly, they're aesthetically beautiful. You know, I want my boards to have that appeal to it.